This is how I went from reading a bunch but always forgetting what I read to now remembering everything that I read. It all started the day I heard about a Commonplace book and decided to try it out for myself. What is a Commonplace book? A Commonplace book is a notebook in which you write down personal collections of knowledge, ideas, quotes, and reflections. In other words, it's a place you can collect all those quotes that you think are super cool but have forgotten about the next day. Then the quotes are always there available for you for reflection and connection. Ideas can be categorized by categories or written in chronological order. Anything that you find inspiring, interesting, or even weird can be documented here. But how exactly does a Commonplace book help you remember what you read? The first important element is writing. Writing something down requires more time, attention, and physical work than simply reading. The act of writing makes recall easier later. Next is selection. Selecting what you want to put into your Commonplace book requires you to focus more on what is important than what is superfluous. This helps you retain that important information better later. Finally, there's an element of reflection and repetition. By reflecting on what you previously wrote, you reinforce your memory of passages or quotes. Now, how would you go about starting a Commonplace book? First, you buy a journal. This right here is my recommendation for a journal that I use for everyday writing. I use a different journal for my Commonplace book because I bought it for my husband a long time ago and he never used it, so I was like, I'm going to use this journal for this. But I would much rather use this other journal that I'm showing you because it's very comfortable to write in. It's just a good journal. And I have like 4 of them because I use them up and then I keep buying them because they're so great. But they're a little expensive. So you can find other alternatives. The next step is to read. You can read anything, anywhere, whatever. Doesn't matter. You can even pick up quotes from movies, things that you hear people say. Literally, your source of inspiration can be anything, anywhere. But if you're collecting from a book, you can dog-ear the page that you're reading and put a dot next to the quote, or highlight if you're using a Kindle. At the end of every chapter, or once you finish the book, you want to go back, write all those quotes that you saved into your Commonplace book. Whenever you're bored and feel a temptation to go scroll through your phone, or you can instead go and look through the old quotes in your Commonplace book and you will be inspired once again. And this will also help with retaining and remembering all those old quotes that you read from each book that you read. Believe it or not, there's actually a lot of famous people throughout history that have used a Commonplace book. One of them was Napoleon Bonaparte. So Napoleon kept a Commonplace book where he jotted down military strategies, maxims, and ideas from books that he read. Another famous person that used a Commonplace book was Leonardo da Vinci. He used his notebooks as a personal Commonplace book to record observations, explore ideas, and refine his art and inventions. He documented everything from anatomy and engineering designs to philosophical reflections and even grocery lists. This reminds me of my notes app on my phone. It's like on one note, it's a deep philosophical quote. The next note, it's like, I need to buy chicken. Another famous person that you might know is Thomas Jefferson. He kept multiple Commonplace books for different subjects, including legal principles, philosophy, and agriculture. His Commonplace book reveals his intellectual curiosity and provided a foundation for his political and philosophical writings, including Declaration of Independence. So there you have it. If these people used a Commonplace book and now they're famous and rich, then that's how you become famous and rich. And there you have it. If these people used a Commonplace book, then so should you. If you decide to try this out, please leave a comment below and tell me how it's going and what sort of books you're reading that you're then putting into your Commonplace books. If you found this video interesting or helpful or inspiring in any way, please make sure you subscribe and like this video, as well as leave a comment telling me what you think. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye!